Hello everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I am Molly and I do book content here on YouTube. And today I am with you to do a late-ish November TBR. When you're seeing this, it's not actually that late. It will be at the 1st of November, so it's not massively late, but late for me. It just all went wrong with what I was going to upload, and I forgot how close we were to November as well. So instead of filming my TBR, I didn't do that at all. But there we go, it's fine, we're okay. There's no worries here. So, I'm going to get into it. Technically I don't have that many books for books I need to get to. As you guys know, if you are regular viewers, I am doing joining in with yearly challenges, so those are my priority have to read books, and then whatever I can get to I will get to, but I am a slow reader, so we will see how that goes. I will go in order of of the yearly challenges that I've written down in my notebook. I'll go in order of when I wrote those down, and we will go from there basically. So let's have a look at which ones we are starting with. So the first one is Teresa's from Creatively Faithful's yearly challenge, and that is the Cozy Reading Challenge. Now, her challenges are a mixture of books and activities. So for this month, in terms of the order I went in, because they're not numbered, but there are 12 for each month, but you can pick which one you want. And the one I'm going with is Cozy Blanket, and she said that is to an activity, and that is to read under a blanket or buy yourself a new one. So I'm not sure which one I will do. It would be cool to buy a new blanket, but do I need a new one? No. So we'll see. I do love my cozy things. The autumn and winter are my favourites because I can wear jumpers and cardigans, which, to be fair, I have been wearing cardigans all year round, but mainly it's like an extra layer / a coat during the warmer months, but even then sometimes I'm not wearing them. But anyway, you don't need to know that. So yeah, that's great. The next yearly challenge, I will let you know now, I'm actually not doing, and that is the Princess Bride-a-thon by Kate. That's run by Katie from Paperbacks and Ponytails, and that's because I have now completed it. I finished the last prompt this month in October, and that was the Second Chance Romance. So that's fantastic. One down. So we'll skip over that. The next one is the Journey Through Time yearly challenge that Alma from Alma's Book Journey is doing. And as I always say, she's doing two different ones, centuries and decades, and I have decided to do both. So for November, for the centuries, we are in the 11th century, which is the 10,000s. And the book I went with is an ebook, so I will put a picture up on one of these sides. I always forget which way around it is when I'm filming. I know when I'm watching it and editing, but for some reason my brain can't compute switching it around and figuring out which side it's on, so I apologise. It's too brainy for me, apparently. But the book I went with is an ebook called The Conqueror, and this is by Georgette Heyer, and this is set obviously in the 10,000s, so, or is it the 1,000s? It's the 1,000s, I apologise, because my brain's going like 1066 and stuff like that, so that's where I'm getting the 10,000 from, I apologise, but the 1,000s. And so I went with The Conqueror, and which, if any of you know, I've been reading some Georgette Heyer books, but they're all Regency. I didn't even know she did other time periods. I know she did do a mystery book set during Christmas, because I hauled that a decent few months ago. But I actually don't know when that's set, so that could still be set in the Regency era. I'm not sure. So it will be a very different type of book for me in terms of her books. I assume it will still be clean. All of her Regencies that I have read, because I've not read all of them, have been clean and non-spicy. So I expect the Conqueror will be too, but we'll see. And the reason why I say we'll see is because when I was looking at it on my Kindle, it said if you're a fan of Bridgerton, you'll like this book. Unless I'm getting confused with a different book, which is possible, but so that is why I'm not sure, because if any of you know Bridgerton, even just by the TV series, it's not what I would call non-spicy. So yeah, I've never read the books for that reason, unfortunately, because I would like to really, but that's fine. I'm not fussed. So yeah, that's the centuries. And then for the decades, for November, we are in the 2010s. And there was a book I wanted to use, but turns out I can't, because that was published in 2020. And I'll read this book instead if I don't break it. So I went with The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. This was published in the 2010s. I think it was 2018, I think. Double check. Yeah, 2018. So yeah, I've wanted to read this for a while. I bought it a while ago. Where did I get it from? I think it might have been from Waterstones, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, I want to read this, see what it's like. Because I've never read it, I don't know about content. I think this is considered YA, but obviously that doesn't necessarily mean it's clean, so, or at least clean enough for me. So we'll have to see about that, but I'm looking forward to at least trying it. I like the cover as well. Very shiny. Okay, so that's Alma's challenges, or challenge, whichever. The next one is Chantel's Read Your Bookshelf Challenge. And for this month in November, we are doing food. So that's anything food related. So I went for the classic cozy mystery that's food related. And it's specifically baking, but it doesn't have to be. That's just the one that I've got. And I was able to get it on KU, so I'm very happy about that, because I don't want to have to spend money. And the book I picked up is Murder by Chocolate, and that is by Rosie A. Point. I don't know if it's good, but I heard Tiffany from Beats Bum Bookworm talk about it in a video of hers, where she did a video on specifically, I think it was baking related cozy mystery style on KU, but it obviously for Chantel it doesn't have to be baking. But I knew she was doing specific ones, so that's why I picked it up. Well, looked at her video. And this was one that she mentioned that she really liked, I think. And I hear it's a short book as well. And because I'm quite new to cozy mysteries, I didn't want a typical big, well not big, but 300 or 300 plus page book necessarily. I don't know how many pages this one is though. Let's have a look. And I say it's Kindle Unlimited, it should be. It's not showing that it is, but it is. Oh yeah, it's very short. It's only 104 pages. So that works really well for me. So hopefully it'll be good. I'll be interested to see. So yeah, that's that one. Yeah, so that's Chantel's for food. Now the next one, I have two. So this next yearly challenge is Read Christian Romance by Osina from Osina Gotta Read Them All. And I am still behind on September's prompt, which was the fall season. Where is it? There it is. So I'm still having to read that. I haven't started it yet, but the book I chose, for anyone who don't know or don't remember, for September I chose All My Secrets by Lynn Austin, which is a Christian romance. And I really want to get to this, not necessarily because I'm excited, although hopefully I'll enjoy it, but there's a Christmas book by the same author that's actually a sequel to this that I want to read next month. So and I was told that I do really have to read this first. So that's why I really want to get to it. So yeah, it's crunch time now, so I need to get on with that. But the next one that I need to do for November, or at least one I'm picking, because again, they're not numbered, but there's 12 of them. And the last one I need to do, other than the fall season, is Animal on the Cover. And I haven't picked one because I know from previous months when I've been looking for Animal on the Cover, I don't have any Christian romances with an animal on the cover. Now, for any of you who don't know, my birthday is coming up. My birthday, as I'm filming this, is tomorrow, the 29th of October, and I did put some Christian books on my birthday list for my uncle to buy me, but I can't remember if any of them had any animals on the cover. So, if they do, I will hopefully use one of those. However, if it doesn't, and I will be able to tell you when I'm editing this, I'm not quite sure as of filming this what I will do. I have considered trying to look for an ebook, in particular if I can Kindle Unlimited, but it doesn't have to be. So just in case I don't get... Okay, even though I've already seen my books by the time I edit this video, I'm going to say it now anyway, because it'll just be, I always like a good recommendation anyway. But if any of you who read Christian romance have any that does have an animal on the cover, please let me know. Preferably either a standalone or the first in a series if it's a series, or at the very least, it's fine, they're only interconnected or whatever. Because I don't want to have to start a new series just to get to an animal on the cover, unless it's book one, basically. So yeah, if you've got any recommendations for animal on the cover for Christian romance, please do let me know. So yeah, that is that one. Then my last have to read for the year, well, not for the year, but for the video, is Chantel's Year of Maud, where we're going through mainly the Anne of Green Gables series by Ellen Montgomery, but also some other books by her. And so in November we are to read Rilla of Ingleside. So this is the final book in the Anne of Green Gables. This follows, I think, her youngest daughter and just youngest child in general. But yeah, this follows Rilla, her daughter, who is 15. Well, nearly 15 in this book. So yeah, that'll be good. So yeah, those are all of my priorities. Nice. And I considered looking up, well, initially I was going to leave it at that and say I might read other books if I can, and I'll let you know at the end of November, early December. However, I did decide to pick out a few books that I would like to read if I can get to them in November. But there's no have to, you know? So they're not in any particular order, so I'll just show you them. One of them is the third Harry Potter book, The Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling. I was going to read it this month in October, but I'm not going to get to it in time. So if I can, I'll try and get to read this. There's no particular reason why I want to bring it over, like there's no readathons or anything like that, but I'd like to if I can, but there's no urgency. The next one is a start of a new series for me. I don't know how old this series actually is though, like when it's set or when it was published. Have a look. Interesting. Oh, it's very recent. I didn't realise it was that recent. Well, apparently this series was started in 2022, which is more recent than I thought. I thought it would be not as, I can't think, not as recent. But anyway, I'll show you. The book Murder Before Evensong by Reverend Richard Coles. This, as you can tell by this cover, has been made into a series. The first book has, on here in Britain it's on Channel 5 and it's on their streaming service as well. I don't know if any of you in other countries can find a way of watching it legally anyway. I don't know if you're interested, but yeah, I caught the last half of the first episode of the series and it really intrigued me, and I already heard of it as a series. I knew of it as a book series, and yeah, it sounded intriguing, and I was like, I don't want to continue watching it before reading the book, so then I can compare, and also then I'm not spoiled by the series about what happens. So I would like to get to this before watching the series, but again, there's no time scale for that really. So yeah, but also if any of you are fans of the Harry Potter films, the guy who plays the Reverend is the man / boy at the time who played Neville Longbottom. So yeah, should be hopefully good. I enjoyed the second half of the first episode. So yeah, hopefully it'll be good, and then I can hopefully try the series. So there's that one. And then the last one as a option is probably not a surprise to those of you who have been following my, not reading journey, but kind of, but if you have been watching, you know I just finished Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes last month, / this month, but I put it in last month's wrap up. But we still have Sunrise on the Reaping to get to. So I'd like to get to this if I can. Slightly scared by the size of it, mainly because it's a hardback. I don't think it's, actually, maybe it is. Should we see how many pages this is? I kind of don't want to know. But also because I kind of don't want to get spoiled. Even though technically we already know what happens, we also really don't. I don't. Like, I don't know how he wins, so the end. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's quite long. Not as long as Ballad. It's 382 pages, so it's nearly 400 pages, so still a bit of a chunker, but not too bad. But yeah, I'd like to get to this at some point, and then I will have completed it all. I don't know if she's going to do any more, but certainly for now, it's the last one. So yeah, that is all the books that I am officially going to get to. I am at the moment reading a different book that I started yesterday, and that is a book by Ruth Ware, and that is I think it's a thriller. I assume it's not anything else. Oh, it's not coming up with the cover properly, hang on. There we go. One by One by Ruth Ware. I'll also do a picture as well. But I'm also, I just started out, I'm only on like 10%, so I have nothing to say yet. But likelihood is I might get to it, but I might not, because I'll have other books that I want to get to prioritise for, you know, my yearly challenges. But that one might be one that I end up getting to as well. I don't know. So yes, that's it for my TBR. If I do read anything else, obviously I will tell you in my wrap up / on Instagram. And yeah, I will leave you all to it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day, weekend, week, whatever it is for you when you're watching this. And yeah, I will see you all in my next video. God bless.